Welcome back. How would you like to be able to make a fantastic Mediterranean bouillabaisse? Well, you can, because it's a lot easier than it sounds. Now, first thing I have fish bones. Now, I'm going to hack these up with a nice cleaver. Remember, I'm using a big knife, that way I don't dent my knife. Now, these bones are very interesting because you can get them for free at your local butcher. They come over to our pan, and we're going to pop some olive oil in a very, very hot roasting pan. Look at how hot that is. Now, whoa, look out. I'm going to throw my bones in there. I wasn't supposed to flambe. I'm going to do my flambe in a little while here. But I am the flame master, so that's okay. I can deal with that. We're going to blow that out. We're going to add a little bit more oil. And we definitely want it very, very hot because that's where the flavor comes from. Welcome back. Okay, now we have all of our ingredients in our bouillabaisse. We added the Chardonnay. We also added the bay leaf, the thyme, the tarragon stems, and about a gallon of water. We brought that to a boil. We reduced it to a simmer. I'm going to simmer that for an hour. Now, I'm going to move over here where I've already simmered that for an hour. And look at the beautiful consistency of this. It got very, very thick. All those fish bones broke down, and they excreted all their wonderful flavors and gelatin into the stock itself. Now, I'm going to take my trusty burr mixer, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to burr it very quickly. It doesn't have to be finely burred, but I want to get some additional body in there. Now, according to the French in the region of Provence, in southern France, bouillabaisse is not bouillabaisse unless it's used with their particular fish caught in the Mediterranean in that distinct region of France. But obviously, we don't all live in the Mediterranean, so we have to make do with what we have, the fish that's available in our region. So that's what I recommend. Whatever fish is in your area, you must recognize their freshness and their quality and utilize their flavors. So I'm just going to strain this now. Remember, I simmered it for an hour. I pureed it slightly, and I'm going to strain it through a fine sieve. And here we have the wonderful flavor and texture and richness of bouillabaisse. So far, we've added very, very little fat. We've only added a little bit of olive oil. And we have tremendous flavor here. Now, what we want to do is we want to smash all this down and get all this through. And it is just very flavorful. I truly adore bouillabaisse. If you go through this process of making bouillabaisse, you will have a feeling, a very rare feeling, almost like making a wonderful shellfish bisque as well, because there's something that's so harmonious and so wonderful about sitting back and enjoying this soup. It is truly unlike anything else in the world that you can experience. And when you make it homemade, in your own home, from scratch, with bones that are free, like we talked about, and vegetables that are very inexpensive, you will feel a feeling of love and warmth and comfort like you've never felt before. I promise you will be a happy person. Now, to the rouille, essentially. Grab a whisk over here, look out, flying around, we're cooking here, right? So I have this, and this is my natural mayonnaise. Normally mayonnaise or aioli, this is an aioli type mayonnaise, it's made with egg yolks. Well, we want to make sure that we don't utilize the egg yolk. We want to use pureed vegetables, okay? It's truly tremendous, and I promise, if you go through the pain, but the luxury and the enjoyment of making this beautiful soup at home, you will feel just amazing. I cannot even describe it, but I'd love you to email me and tell me that you made it and tell me how you felt, because there's nothing like homemade bouillabaisse. And remember, we've gotten rid of the fat, and we've given you options. We've used only fresh ingredients, and it has been my pleasure to bring you this very, very flavorful, authentic Mediterranean bouillabaisse. I'd like to thank you so much for watching Fit Cuisine. I'm Jim Scheibler, and we'll see you right here next time on Fit Cuisine. Until then, eat healthy and stay fit.